goodness. I gotta get my prompter together. Hey, John Murray.
Hey, Sherri, listen, it's Thursday. We're live out of New York. There's so much going on in the world today, but we're gonna do what we do best. Offer people a little bit of a reprieve so they can smile while facing everything.
That's right. That's absolutely right. I wanna say, we wanna send so much love to everybody in California because the fast-moving fires in LA have burned over 1,000 homes, and they have forced more than 100,000 people to flee. And I have to tell you, I've lived in Los Angeles. I am in New York, but I'm an LA girl at heart. I've lived in LA for about 28 years. And I have so many friends there who've lost their homes or they've had to evacuate. I've seen a lot of wildfires in California, but I have never seen anything like this. Now, these wildfires are usually in the summertime, but they've never been this close to the cities. And the places that are burning, they usually don't see fires like this. And according to the LA Times, this is one of the most destructive firestorms to hit the area in history. So I really hope that the officials can get the fire contained as quickly as possible. Want to give a shout out to the first responders and all of those, the firemen that are out there risking their lives. And just, you know, so many businesses, communities have been completely destroyed. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, they are glad, the people that are out, that they have their lives. But there's a different kind of pain when your house burns down. Because there's some things, yes, you have your life, but there's some things that just can't be replaced. You got your photos, you got family heirlooms, you have handwritten letters or even artwork that your kids have made. There's memories that you have made in this place that you call home. So a lot of the material goods can be replaced. You're happy to be alive, but the things that hold those memories, the thing that gives your home life and tells the story of your family, that can't be replaced. So my heart goes out to everybody who are losing a lot of memories right now. And if you want to help out families that have been displaced by the fires, go to sherryshowtv.com or any of our social media accounts. So, you know, when you go through things like this, days like this are very, very tough, but we're here to give you something called escapism because we want to make you laugh. That's what I do really, really well at, and I'm gonna make you laugh. I want to give you escapism. So if I can make you smile for this hour and make you just forget about something, then that's my assignment. So Marco, hit your pecs. Hey. Make your pecs jump. There you go.
Hey.
Pull the jacket open. Pull that jacket. There you go. Make them. No. Okay. I didn't say. All right, Marco. I didn't tell you to get me canceled, Marco. I said make the pecs jump. I love you, Marco, so much. Now, y'all, oh my God. Leave it to Marco. You give him like a little.
Yeah. You asked for escapism. He went Magic Mike on us.
You sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Now, y'all, everybody is talking about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Their marriage is officially over. And I feel bad when any marriage is over. But they finally settled their divorce after 8 months. Now, J-Lo got to keep her $5 million, 8.5 carat engagement ring. And somebody this morning, they asked me, Sherri, what would you do with a $5 million reminder of your ex-husband? And I said, a lot. a $5 million, 8.5 carat ring. Do you know how many designer bags you could buy, first of all, and shoes? And every time you walk on shoes and walking on this old dirty ground, you like, this is my ex-husband I'm walking on. I could take all my girlfriends on a girls' trip. We could go to Egypt. Yes, everybody could slip and slide on my ex-husband. I'm telling you. I would buy a 24-karat gold tooth and put it in my mouth. And every time I bit down on anything, I'd be like, that's my ex-husband. I'm telling you. There is a lot that J-Lo can do with a $5 million ring. And I think it's fantastic that she's keeping it. You know, because you always hear about the drama of who gets that ring. So you know Ben Affleck got some money because he ain't even worried about that $5 million ring. He said, keep it. Anybody else would be trying to break in your house, trying to get that ring. Ladies, our men would be trying to break in our house for $5,000, looking for that daggone ring. And I gotta tell you, one of my ex-husbands kept the ring, but it was my fault that he kept the ring because I got mad at him. And I guess I had been watching a soap opera or something. I got mad at him and I threw the wedding ring at him. And I said, I don't want you and I don't want this bleepity bleep ring. Then I left and then I realized, you know what, you threw that, I said, that ring was expensive because he got his tax return back and bought that ring. So I came back to him and I was like, you know, I'm gonna need that wedding ring back. And my ex-husband was like, finders keepers, you're not getting that ring. So when I told my girlfriends, all of them said, Sherri, why would you throw the ring at him? I don't know, it hit me. Every time I see him, I'm like, I need that wedding ring back. So good for Ben and Jen for keeping it drama-free. Quick divorce, I guess they both said was mine is mine, was yours is yours. Quick, drama-free. You know, unlike Brad and Angelina, now, they just finalized their divorce after 8 years. I mean, do you understand how much money that is, 8 years? You know, if something I feel like if it lasts that long, it's just a lot of bitterness or it's a lot of emotion in there. And I know one of the big reasons they were fighting because Angelina they had a winery together. She sold half of their winery to Russian oligarchs and she didn't tell Brad. So now he's gonna have a hard time selling his because sometimes people don't wanna be in business with Russian oligarchs. And that's that's gonna happen. So he's having a hard time, he's gonna have a hard time selling his thing. You know you don't like your husband when you sell their stuff to Russian oligarchs. I can imagine Angelina going, the oligarchs got it now, checkmate. So everybody, y'all be like Ben and J-Lo, not like Brad and Angelina, you know. Russian oligarchs. And now, Kelly Rowland, she had to shut down an internet scam. There was an internet scam that was posing as Kelly Rowland. And a scam artist created an Instagram account posing as Kelly, and they slide into people's DMs, and they ask, hey, this is Kelly from Destiny's Child. I lost my credit card, and I need money for a plane ticket so I can fly to your city to perform. Can you send me some money? I'll bring Beyonce. And the next message says, hello, this is Beyonce. As if Beyonce is ever gonna join that kind of group chat. So Kelly Rowland saw the scam and she posted, fake, be careful out here and don't think I don't know how to spell plane, P-L-A-N-E, because they spelled it wrong. You know, when I see this kind of stuff, I say this is so sad because there are so many people that want so badly to believe that Kelly and Beyonce would actually be like, hey, this is Destiny's Child. There are people who are so gullible. And I just hate that it's so many evil people in this world who take advantage of folks like that. You know, and these scams are getting so technologically adept that anybody could be taken. I got scammed. I had one scammer pretending to be from Fast Track. Now, if you don't know what Fast Track is, it's like Easy Pass for California. You pay your tolls to go through. And if you don't pay the tolls, they send you a notice. Now, the text said, please pay a fast track fee in order to avoid excessive late fee and potential legal action. Please pay the fee on time. Then it said, please reply. Why? Now, I almost hit reply until I saw the sender. Okay? And then I said, what government agency is called Katsajuyu Mama Say Mama Sa Mama Maku Sa at Outlook.com?
Outlook.com.
Mama Say Mama Sa at Outlook.com. I almost did not see that doggone thing, and I was gonna do it. And then I said, Sherri, they are trying to scam you. So I deleted it, because you never want to open it. I deleted it, but then I said, oh my gosh, well, what if it is, you know, Mama Say Mama Sa Mama Maku Sa?
Outlook.com.
At Outlook, but maybe his computer wasn't working at the government agency. What if they boot my car? So, you know, but I did delete it. But one time scammers actually got to me. If you on social media, I got this notice on Instagram, and the notice said, big letters, it says, it just came on while I was working, and it says, you've been using music illegally, and we're gonna shut your account down. And, you know, I do use a lot of music illegally, so it was very believable. I'm always doing that. So it said, click here to chat with customer service, which sounded very believable. So I hit the click here button. When I tell you all of these windows started popping up on my computer, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't turn it off. It took over my Gmail, my Instagram, my Twitter. It even took over my Etsy account. Do you understand? My Etsy account. Somebody was ordering knitting needles all over daggone Etsy. And when I tell you, trying to get in touch with these customer service people for the internet is so hard because you can't get anybody. You get press 2, press 1, fill out this form online. It took me close to 3 weeks trying to get my stuff back. Do you know how I felt getting on Twitter and seeing somebody else's name with my face and then somebody else's face with my name? It's so, oh my God. So I feel bad for older people because they're such targets. So I would say to everybody, please watch out for your parents and your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles to make sure that they're not being scammed because they do believe these things with this technology now. So if somebody's DMing you and they're saying they're Kelly Rowland, it probably is not Kelly Rowland, y'all. But if somebody is DMing you saying it's Sherri Shepherd, that's me. That is me. Definitely. You don't even understand who I be DMing. Maybe Lenny Kravitz thinks I'm a troll. That's what it is. I be like, Lenny, you know it's me. You better answer me back.
You gotta send your next message from @outlook.com.
@outlook.com. Y'all, I have the best news. This is such great news for the icon Jane Kennedy. Now, for young people who don't know the impact of the great Jane Kennedy, clap if you know the impact of Jane Kennedy. I'm telling you. So you young ones, if you don't know the impact of Jane Kennedy, in 1978, she was the first black woman announcer on a national sports program. They did not have black women doing this. Now you see them all the time. She was co-anchor of NFL Today. She went on to star in many movies. She was in Body and Soul with her husband, Leon Isaac Kennedy. Didn't they make like Body and Soul 1, Body and Soul 2, Body and Soul?
It was a whole series.
It was a whole series. She's an Emmy winner and an NAACP Image Award winner. But before all that, she was one of the first black female sex symbols in Hollywood. She was a pageant queen. She was in the top 10 at the Miss USA pageant in 1970. Jane Kennedy crawled so Kenya Moore could twirl. Let me tell you something. Jane Kennedy. And those of you who know or knew, Jane Kennedy was one of the first sex symbols. She was just gorgeously beautiful. She had that all-American beauty and then that very sexy beauty. And now I'm so excited because she's finally writing her own memoir. She is. Still looks good. And her memoir is called Plain Jane, and it is about her rise in Hollywood and beyond. And she said, she called me, and she said that the book happened after I said on this show that she needed a book deal. Because John and I were talking, and we said, Jane Kennedy needs a book deal.
The power of the Sherri Show.
Well, I think my mouth is so big. Somebody heard me over in Hollywood. But I just want to say I'm glad that we were able to help push things along for Jane Kennedy. So I'm very excited to say Jane Kennedy's book, Plain Jane, comes out in June, and it is available right now for pre-order. So look for it on all the book sites. I can't wait to read it. And Jane Kennedy, I hope you come on our show to talk about it because you have lived a life and you are resilient and you are a phoenix who has risen from the ashes, mama. So that excites me. Now, y'all, I got a little bit of bad news for fans of Girl Scout cookies. Yes, the Girl Scouts just announced that they're getting rid of 2 flavors. I know, that was Marco, doggone Magic Mike stripper Marco. Yes, Marco, they're getting rid of 2 flavors. Yeah, you ain't pecking now, are you? No pecking. But I can, and I gotta tell you, the 2 flavors that they're getting rid of, okay, I know I got you on pins and needles, because people don't play about their Girl Scout cookies. So they're getting rid of s'mores and toastiers, okay? So I gotta tell you, I got my hand on some of the last ones before they go extinct. Okay, so these are the s'mores and these are the toastiers. Now, I know what the s'mores are, but I know y'all going, what the hell is a toastier? So toastier, when they said toastier, I thought that was Ice Cube's flavor. Toastier, yay! I was like, but toastiers, they taste like French toast dipped in icing. I've never had a toastier before. And of course, y'all know s'mores. It's the graham crackers with the chocolate and the marshmallows. So Girl Scouts did not reveal why they got rid of these, but we can only assume they weren't as popular. You know, the good thing for me is I don't know anything about the toastiers. I'm not into the s'mores, but you just better keep my doggone, what's the lemons called? The lemon one?
The lemonades?
The lemonade.
Yeah.
And my doggone samosas.
Oh, the samosas are good.
My samosas.
Yes.
Samoa. Did I say samosa?
Samosas, yeah. And I'm salivating over the cookies. I'm repeating you. Yeah, samosa. I'm usually helping you get it right.
I know. Phyllis, thank you. Phyllis says not samosa, it's Samoas. Samoa. And those are, y'all know, look like my mama. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what the coconut right there, and the coconut
chocolate
and the chocolate.
Swirl.
And the
Yes,
chocolate
Lord.
swirls. And if they get rid of those trefoils and the Thin Mints, y'all gonna see rioting in the streets. And you know, and here's the thing, when I order my Girl Scout cookies, I send mine to the military because, you know, they're out there, you know, fighting for our country. So, and I don't want to disappoint, I don't want to disappoint the military because when I send the military, they be expecting those do-si-dos. And that's what I intend to give them. So, you know, they gonna get these toastiers and be like, what the heck is a toastier? But, so I do wanna say, I'm very sorry, goodbye to s'mores, because there are people who love s'mores, and goodbye to toastiers. We're so sorry. But up for the Samoas and the lemonades. So y'all, we got a great show for you today. Because later on from Abbott Elementary, William Stanford Davis is here. But up next, Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr. are here.
I want to talk to y'all about something that's going on out there. There's a problem.
Preach on, Brother Roy.
These new dryers is too quiet, Sherri.
I
went to dry my clothes, Sherri. I didn't even know that the washer and the dryer was done because that dryer is too quiet, all that dryer. Don't beep at me, yell at me like the old dryers from the 1970s. You get a dryer from 1974, you know when them clothes is dry.
I want to say, don't let me walk, carry me. Please, all of these stairs. I want to say, you know when I get on that and you don't stand up for me, you know my feet hurt, my corns is hurting. My bunions is on the main line. The bunions. Y'all need to come and tell me how you feeling. Amen, amen.
I was on the airplane. Y'all been on the airplane? Everybody been on the airplane?
Everybody been on the airplane.
And a couple came up to me. They said, sir, we are sitting apart. Would you mind swapping seats with us? So we can sit together.
Ooh.
And I said, no.
That's right.
I said, no.
No.
I said, no.
I said, no.
I said, no. If your relationship cannot survive sitting apart for 2 hours on an airplane, you wasn't gonna make it. Your love ain't strong.
Your love ain't strong.
Courtney, you know, it was a Michelin star chef, so of course I would watch the.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, not Michelin star chef.
She worked at Michelin.
She worked
Michelin
at
star. Worked at Michelin star. Her car has Michelin tires.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
For Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr. When I tell you, my audience has been waiting for both of you. Oh my God.
And we've been waiting for you too.
Yeah, he said they've been waiting for you too, y'all. I just have to say, I thank you both for coming. And Gerard, you have to know, you have been my celeb crush since 300. I know, O'Shea, I know, but I gotta show you. Look at the wallpaper on my phone. This is right here. That's what I have. Right there on my phone. That is my romantic picture. I've had it on there since 300. What do you think about it?
We look good together.
Yeah, I know we do. I know we do.
Maybe it could be a wallpaper that they can
Well, I
spread
do
around.
have wallpaper. Don't even worry about it. I got it everywhere. What I want to know is, did you get to keep the leather underwear?
I did. I still have that leather underwear.
Yeah.
I keep a lot of my stuff. I still have the mask when I played the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
I still have the helmet from 300. My place burned in Malibu, so I lost my sword from 300, which was pretty special. And then all my big movie awards, which were all made of plastic and melted. Weren't exactly Oscars or Golden Globes, but yeah. No, I try and keep everything. I tried to keep O'Shea, but.
I kept my Jerry curl from Straight Outta Compton. If anybody cares about that.
And O'Shea, this is what trips me out, because I was first introduced to you in Straight Outta Compton. I cannot believe that it's been 10 years. Like, don't y'all remember Straight Outta Compton like it was yesterday? Yeah. And 10 years. O'Shea, what does that milestone mean to you?
It's crazy because I didn't know I wanted to act. I have this belief that people don't know what they're good at or like what their talent is because it comes so easy to them that they think like making money is supposed to be this difficult thing, but it's something that you already have in you. And I didn't know I had it until I had teachers tell me. It was my drama teacher, Mr. Richardson, in 6th grade, Miss Olinka in 12th grade, and I had a teacher named Hernan who showed me movies that I wouldn't normally see on my own. He showed me Patton, he showed me Dr. Strangelove, Rushmore, and he gave me this love for cinema. And then from there, he put a notebook in front of me because I was a daydreamer. He was like, whatever you're thinking about, just write it down, because once you get it down, please, return to the lesson. And he would give me 30 minutes every day, and then next thing I know, I wrote 120 pages of a story. And then we found out how to turn that into a script, and I went to USC for screenwriting, and in the middle of my second year, Straight Outta Compton was doing the auditions and things, and my dad told me he needed me, and I've been making it work ever since.
I mean,
My dad.
Well, it's like y'all twins, okay, you and your father.
It's the lighting.
It's the lighting, is that what it is? Now, and you, Gerard, you've done so many things. You've done action movies, you've done romantic comedies, you've even done kids' films. So how do you pull all of that off?
I guess me as a person, there's a lot of different sides to me and who I am. And I always love the opportunity to be able to try different things, And for me as well, it's about making people laugh or scaring people or inspiring the hero in people to get a chance to tell all these different stories in different genres. But I mean, it can get confusing at times because after we did Den of Thieves, Big Nick O'Brien like that. And then I went right into playing Saint Nick because I was playing Santa Claus. In this animated movie, and that's ho ho ho, and singing we're in the business of Christmas, and then at the same time I'm getting ready to do How to Train Your Dragon, and it's like, hey cop, we're gonna go and chase dragons, and then I was shooting a movie with Oscar Isaac and Al Pacino over in Italy where I'm playing this kind of killer. It's all at the same time, I'm playing this psycho killer who walks around talking like that, like he's from New York, and I was also playing the Pope in the same movie.
Wow.
So at times, he's speaking like this all the time about what's happening in St. Peter's and being an artist, etc. So it can be a little bit. That time was
How many voices are going on in your head?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Yeah, he said that.
I know,
it actually
bro.
calms down the more huge amount of voices that are going on in my head normally.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
at least this gives me
when you
something.
wake up, do you go, who am I today?
Pretty much. Yeah. And I don't like it when it's just little old Jerry. I'd much rather be somebody else.
I love, O'Shea, Dinner Thieves 2 is so much fun. I mean, and watching you together, the chemistry is just so right there. Like, can you tell everybody what Dinner Thieves 2 is about?
Well, Dinner Thieves 2, what I really love about it is that while I am playing the same character from the first one, I'm playing a completely different character at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm getting beat up a whole lot less, and that's fun. But it's really cool to kind of expand on the character of Donnie Wilson, to really show what type of chameleon he really is, and then to team up with Nick, for him to join the winning side. It's very cool because we get to play off that dynamic. And we already had chemistry from the first one.
Yeah.
But we knew we had to switch it up, switch the dynamic of the film, and I think it'll be really exciting for everybody when
I think it is in watching you two like play together.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I don't even want to tell y'all got to go see it. Love the twist in the movie. Now, Gerard, your character gets really wasted in a nightclub. All right, that's one of the other voices.
True.
Now, when you were in the nightclub, how much fun was it shooting that, or was it fun at all?
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, you got to kind of make a fool of yourself because that scene, it's a great scene. It's the first time I've really hung out with this man. We're going to meet the Panthers. They're very dangerous. And it's, could go off, But then you put that in a club atmosphere and all these extras and this amazing DJ and us getting a chance to play, this tense scene that turns out to be completely different than any of us thought. So I had my contact lenses in to make my pupils. Did you have that in too?
No.
All right. He just acted. He's a good enough actor.
No, they burn too much.
Contacts, right? These huge contacts that gave you dilated pupils just so you really came across as messed up. And I walked around the whole 2 days, basically, like I was out of my mind.
Listening to voices.
Listening to voices. But the atmosphere was amazing, It was, and so by the end, and then there's a big fight sequence with all of us, and it was sometimes when an audience or extras, they give you so much more, and those times are special. So at the end of the night, long night, you're working from like 5 in the evening till 7 in the morning, and we finished, and it was like a kind of family by the end of that. So I just grabbed the mic off our director, Christian, and went, "You guys are amazing."
And everybody loved it, just to let go, huh?
Yeah.
Now, when y'all were filming, I know when you were filming in Spain, you lived next door to each other. All right, so you were neighbors in Spain. So I got to ask you, Gerard, how was O'Shea as a neighbor?
Here we go.
What did you like him as a neighbor?
I know a setup when I see it.
Listen, I like O'Shea generally. He's an awesome guy, I have to say. No, he is. I mean, really, this is one of my favorite experiences where you get to work with a great actor and hang out with him. And he's so talented, but he's just good with people. I noticed that as an actor on set. But to live next, and he had the house first, so I couldn't really complain that much because I kind of snuck in and took the place next door.
Right.
Yeah.
But he would he trained hard for the movie, which I loved, but he would wake up and he would put his beatbox on the wall, which was about 11 feet from my ear, and he would start blaring the music. Now, he trains, but he's not a fan of training, so all you would hear is, "I got this!
Yeah.
I got it!"
I gotta cuss my trainer out.
You
he was cussing his trainer out.
Through it.
Yeah. If not, that's how you get an ulcer. You gotta let that anger, you gotta let that negative energy out. So yeah, I give my trainer the business, but it's all for the love of the game.
But you had the music on so loud in the window where Gerard was, I'm assuming, where you were sleeping.
I don't know the setup of the man's house. I don't know where his bedroom window is. I just know what my normal routine is. And yeah, we gotta put the box right there because it's by the weights, it's by the pool. I got to do laps around.
Right.
Can I just say, the bedroom window is typically then when you open up and say, "Hey, I'm trying to get some sleep here." That's typically the bedroom.
And that's what you heard from your neighbor.
Yeah, but it's Gerard. He's always yelling, man. It's the voices.
300.
It's so funny, O'Shea, because like music is completely in your DNA.
Yeah.
So do you got to battle your daughter Jordan when over what's on the radio?
My daughter is completely sexist.
Yeah.
Anytime I try any male that she hears through the radio, she's like, "Daddy, turn this off."
Oh, really?
Anything she just would rather hear, female singers. So I'm completely locked down. We have a specific playlist that she likes to play. Katy Perry Roars getting played.
That is it. She like Taylor?
Yes, she loves Taylor. But then I got to give her some of the stuff that I know too.
Yeah.
So there's some Aaliyah in there. She calls it. The baby song because it had, Timberland puts the baby in the beat, and also just some Disney records that we both like. But yeah, I have no control over my life. I'm a single father.
Okay.
I'm just trying to survive out here.
Okay, so if she likes the females, what happens when your daddy songs come on?
Granddad got a potty mouth, man.
Yeah.
Just like, and it just don't hit the same when it's the clean version. So a little bit older, she'll get it.
Oh, yeah, because I think after yay, then you got to turn it down.
Okay,
And I get it just because, your father's Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Like, and he's got such a big, huge book of music. Is there one favorite? Because I work out to all of his songs every day. So is there something that you like? What's your favorite song that Ice Cube sings?
It's about to get rough. So my favorite song is a song he did with Dr. Dre called Natural Born Killers. I know that don't fit the vibe of the show. But, and then
we know that.
It's a song he did recently on the 25th anniversary of Death Certificate called Only One Me. And I like that song a lot because I'm low-key singing the hook with him on the song. So
all right.
I get a little credit for that, yeah.
Oh, man, well, I thank both of y'all for coming. I'm so appreciative. We have been waiting for you. And y'all, Den of Thieves 2, Pantera is in theaters everywhere tomorrow. All right, and we'll be right back. Gerard Butler, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Watching you in Paradise, I know you and Ryan are close. You have some extremely sexy scenes in there. You even had a nude scene on Paradise. Has Ryan ever done a scene that made you squirm?
Child, please. This is why I have no compunction about this. A couple, when we first got married, I asked her, I said, who is your, celebrity crush? Who is it? She goes, Boris.
Boris Kojo.
Sherri, within 2 months, she was playing Boris's wife in the movie.
Oh.
All About Us, right?
Okay.
I was in Canada shooting Supernatural, and I hit her up on the phone. I said, how's the shoot going? She goes, it's going well. She said, listen, they had this sex scene that they added into the thing. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so you gotta do this sex scene with Boris? And she's like, yeah. And so I've been told that I can't use the T word on daytime television. So I'm gonna say, oh, so you gotta have naked breast on his chest?
Yes.
And she's like, no, I'm gonna use the Band-Aid. So if you ever have these scenes,
yes.
Sometimes you have these Band-Aids that you put on so you can have a little bit of,
like a modesty
demure,
kind of deal.
Slightly. So I called her after the scene. I said, how'd it go? She goes, it went really well. He was so respectful, so cool, but it was really humid in the room. And I had a tough time keeping the Band-Aid. I was like,
she didn't have a Band-Aid.
You just wanted naked breast on Boris' chest, right? So, because of that, any other scene that Brown does, I'm like, man, I'm going for it. Like, we gonna do what we gonna do.
I love it. Do Boris and Nicole Ari Parker know about this
They absolutely do. As a matter of fact, we saw them Oscar night at the Gold Party, which is the party that Jay-Z and Beyonce throw and whatnot. Had a great time, and Nicole and I are looking for a project to do together. So we about to flip it.
You can always add a splash with tequila, vodka, if you want.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
There you go, big boy. There you go.
Tashina Arnold in the original Everybody Hates Chris, she actually coached you through your first kissing scene, huh?
Yeah, well, you gotta understand, I'm an old football player. I'm like, what's going on, what? She's like, Terry, she taught me how to act.
You know, it's so funny because people don't understand kissing scenes if you've never done them before. They're really hard to do.
It's awkward.
And my first kissing scene, Terry, was Dondre Whitfield in my show Less Than Perfect. It was only supposed to last 3 seconds. Everybody had went home. We was still kissing. I was still kissing. I think I'm the reason they came up with intimacy coaches. I wouldn't let him go. I was like, Dondre Whitfield got the. I know he.
They didn't have that back then when we was doing it. You know, you gotta be careful where the hands go.
Did we kiss in our? We were in a movie called Who's Your Caddy?
Yes.
And he played. Terry played my boyfriend out of prison. Did we ever kiss and sing?
We didn't kiss, but we was dancing on the floor, and you was backing it up on me.
I was backing it up on me.
I was like, oh.
I gotta do different stuff with my co-stars. Neil. Are you guys having a good time? Be part of my studio audience. Go to SherriShowTV.com for tickets, and we'll be right back. Before you go, Omarion, I wanted to introduce you to one of my interns, and his name is Omarion. And his mother named him, Omarion, can you come here? His mother named him after you.
Wow.
Okay.
What's up,
Have you?
What's up, Omarion?
Good.
Yeah, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now come on over here, Omarion. So I want to say, so have you ever met somebody that was named after you?
I have, actually.
You have? Because I want to say this, because you talk about polyamorous. You may be his dad. They look just alike. Look at this.
Am I the daddy, y'all?
Yeah, you might be this boy's daddy. Your mama thought what stayed in Vegas was supposed to be in Vegas, all of that. This Omarion, you may look at him. You ever thought that could be my daddy?
You know what, Sherri? Ever since I was born, I had an icebox where the heart used to be.
Okay. So, and Omarion, he's never seen you perform in concert. He's just heard of you.
Wow, well, we got to get you some tickets, man. You got to come to Millennium Tour 2025.
So you gonna come to the show?
Yeah, so you gonna come to the show.
You gonna come to the show, but I can't promise you what your boss gonna be doing at that concert. Just want to let you know. Omarion, we want to thank you for being here. You gotta come back.
Most definitely.
Y'all, the Millennium, come on, go and stand over there by your daddy.
Oh my God. Don't touch anything else this whole segment, okay? No. We're gonna get
calls.
about
We're gonna
this.
get calls
I can already see.
because you didn't wear gloves. Okay.
Anyway.
We're all gonna die.
You know, like I auditioned for Girls Trip and I didn't get it. So I think, and you talking about Sherri.
Sherri brings this up every time.
Every time I see you, I ask you the same thing.
Yes, you do. Yes.
You know what I'm gonna ask you, right?
You're gonna ask me for Aaron Pierce's phone number again, and this is the thing.
I'm just saying.
This is why he changed his number the last time, because I gave it to Sherri, and she wouldn't stop calling that man, talking about his energy.
I want to know, when is Girls Trip Part 2 supposed to be happening?
All
You
right.
know I love the film.
Y'all ready for it?
You know I love the film.
Yes, we do. And Sherri, listen, I got something for you. Because, listen, I think Sherri would be amazing in Girls Trip 2. Don't y'all agree? Sherri, now that I finished my book, I had to be in the lab, okay?
That's right.
I'm somebody, I believe that you got to put in work when nobody's looking. One of my mottos is the work you put in when nobody's looking makes everybody pay attention later. Ooh. So I've been working on the book. Now I can focus on Girls Trip 2.
Yes.
And I can work on your best part. Because we got to get you, what kind of vibe you feeling? Because, last time, you remember Girls Trip, right?
Yes,
and they was on the zip line and doing all the crazy stuff.
Yes.
Sherri said she wanted to do it all. She wanted the grapefruit, the zip line, and all the stuff. I just need to know how wild you're willing to get, Sherri.
Well, for you, I will get wild.
Hello.
I will get wild.
All right. Y'all heard it here.
I love whenever Al comes on. So I usually write the guests a card saying, I'm so excited. So when they walk in the dressing room, they see a card from me saying, I'm so excited that you come to the show. So I wrote Courtney a card and I didn't write Al a card, so it came back from Al. They said Al said he didn't get a card. I said Al done been on this daggone show before. Wait a minute. Oh, this was Al's first time? Oh, well then. Oh, that. I see him all the time. Oh my God. So that's my bad. My bad. I sure didn't give Al a card. But I love Al Roker so much because his son Nicky went to school with my son Jeffrey in elementary school. And there was only, I think there were the only 2 little black boys in the elementary school. And so one day, so they would have, they had so many kids, they had a play. Both of their classrooms had a play to do. And so I was running, that's when I was co-hosting The View, and I was running, trying to make Jeffrey's play, trying to make his play. And I got there, and I'm sitting there, and the play started, and all the other kids came in, and I'm going, okay, well, when is Jeffrey's part? And then, everybody walked in, and they're doing their parts, and I see a little black boy doing his part in there, and I'm going, well, where's my son? And I look, I put my glasses on, and I go, that's Al's son. How did I go to Al Roker's son's play and not Jeffrey's play? Oh my gosh. And and so I was like, Jeffrey, you did an amazing job. You were so good. He was like, Mommy, I didn't see you. I was like, I was right there. Oh my God. Oh man, so I'm telling you, I love Al and his daughter so much because Al is so silly. He would be fantastic for some type of, like George Lopez, you know how George does a sitcom with his daughter? I would love to see it with Al because he's so doggone funny. And the chef Eddie Jackson, he's an amazing cook. He came here before. Fine as hell, he is. But he married, when they're married, I just turn I'll do the little flirting with him, but I'm like, I don't even care. Whatever, you making bouillon and all kinds of steak, I'm like, whatever. If you say it tastes good, okay, bye. I can't wait to take my son Jeffrey so we can see it together. Cause
that boy 30 years old. How you get what? Stop calling.
What did I say?
A grown man. You act like you got him in the little carrier. He's sitting.
I am a mother. That is my baby.
I know that boy sitting at home. Ma, stop.
You got married to Melissa over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, how much credit does Melissa get for helping you to achieve your dream?
Oh, Melissa, it's a shared dream.
Yeah.
It's not like my dream and her dream. It's our dream.
Right.
It's like she is just as instrumental as I am in our success. Yeah. When I was doing stand-up in the clubs, she not only was keeping the kids and working full-time. I work too, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't supporting me. I went to work as well. But she also tags my jokes. There was a joke that I was doing that just was not working. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with this joke. She was like, your pacing on this joke is off. You used to do it like this, and now you slowed it down. Right. And I went out there and did it like that, and it's like, that's it. I like to think of it as like I'm the quarterback, but she's like the offensive line. Mm-hmm. Like a good offensive line makes a great quarterback. Without a good offensive line, you have no quarterback. So
one of my favoriteest videos is what you did is about men wanting to cuddle.
Now my wife, she loves to cuddle, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to cuddle. She booty scooch. Well, now I'm thinking about something. It's like the smell of chocolate chip cookies. You don't have to be in the mood for cookies, but if you come downstairs and somebody got cookies, you're like, oh, snap. Cookies, they smell good. I'd like to try.
Oh my God. With over 6 million views on that video. Now, your wife, Melissa, is in the audience.
Yeah, hey,
Melissa, beautiful lady. So how do you feel about Kev's cuddling conundrum?
We're still in the conundrum.
Okay.
But you know what, Sherri? After 20 years of marriage, I'm very grateful I'm still his cookie.
Yes!
Oh, that's what I like!
That's what I want to hear.
He is the worst. He'll come up behind me and be like, yes, chef, and like yell in my ear.
I watched The Bear, so I go,
yes.
behind! Corner!
That's my life. This is my life.
I love The Best Man, the movies, The Best Man.
Yes.
I know that after 25 years of this, Malcolm D. Lee had said that he was done telling those kinds of stories. So, you got any tricks that you can get Malcolm to keep doing it?
Well, so after the last one, after the Best Man Final Chapters, we all still wanted to work together. We love working together. I introduced the guys to a spirits company that I know.
Okay.
And so in the Best Man, we always drink brown liquors. We formed a little company, and then we got Malcolm to come and join the company. And I think if I get him drunk enough, we can have another Best Man. Now, it might not be good because he'll be drunk, but we'll have another one.
Please welcome my friend, William Stanford Davis. Oh my goodness. Have a seat, William. I'm so glad to see you. And you know, every time I see you, because I've known you, I'm so happy for your success.
Thank you.
Because, yeah, and y'all definitely. Now, we did stand up together 25 years ago.
Yeah, long time.
You remember that? Like, what comes to your mind when you think back on those days?
Oh, wow. The struggle.
The struggle.
The struggle, yeah. You know, my wife, she thinks that me and you went on the road together. We went to Pasadena. I don't know when Pasadena became New York.
I know we didn't go on the road much, but it was just at those comedy clubs.
Comedy clubs.
Grinding at the clubs.
Grinding them. Oh, my God.
Dreaming of one day, you know?
And here you.
And hear you.
Yeah.
Because I got to say, you wasn't dressed the way I saw you on the red carpet at the Golden Globes when you was grinding and struggling. You wasn't dressed like this. Let me tell you something. When I would see William at the club struggling and going through what he was going through, he was never dressed like this. So I got to ask you, William, what was your wife Laura's reaction, and now you're this glamorous star?
She still wants me to take the trash out. But you know, when I got the show, when I got the show, she was just so happy. We both started crying, screaming and crying. We thought the neighbors were gonna call the police.
Yeah.
My dog started crying.
Your dog said, finally I can eat on a consistent basis.
Exactly. Ooh, you know about that.
When I tell you something, you know, and I saw you at the NAACP Image Award last year, which you won. You won last year, an NAACP Image Award. And praise the Lord, you've been nominated again for another NAACP Image Award.
Yes.
And this proves, and I always say that it's never too late.
Never.
It's never too late. It was 40 years, because you have been working, but it was 40 years before the big break came with, at 70 years old with Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary.
And I think a lot of people feel like, you know, they've been out here, and is their time ever gonna come? Is there something that you would wanna leave them with?
Your time will come if you don't quit. You have to stay. The only way your time won't come is if you quit. You know, rule number 1 is to not quit.
Yeah.
Rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1. You know, you have to really stay in the game if this is something that you really love.
You know, but what kept you in it when those times were so tough? You know, you got a wife to support, you got bills. What kept you going?
Just, you know, this is what I love. And you know, my wife's a manager.
Okay.
And I had to get other friends and other habits, because every time the phone would ring, I would think it was supposed to be for me.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't. So, this was later on. Early on, it was just grinding, going to the clubs every night, making sure that I was just practicing and working on my craft. And that's exactly what you have to do to be successful in whatever it is.
You know what? You better say that word.
Yeah.
And I love this. Abbott Elementary, they're always taking chances. They're always doing something different.
Yeah.
And so you guys have this crossover episode with the very hysterical show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You got to work with Danny DeVito.
Yes.
I've never worked with him. Literally, my dream is to work with him. What's it like to work with Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito was a consummate professional, first of all. He was so funny. And he was always giving me advice. But, you know, he would show up, like, I don't know if you guys saw it last night. He was in a cage in 105-degree weather, dressed up for wintertime. When we got to the set, he was already there. He's a consummate professional. He would give me all this crazy advice. Well, I shouldn't say crazy advice. He would give me great advice.
Yeah.
He said, "You need a box. They need to get you a box."
Oh, so you can sit down, so you wasn't standing up the whole time.
Yeah, standing up the whole time. He said, "Make them get you a box," and he was very serious about it. He had a beautiful box with his initials engraved in it. So every time they would cut, that box would be right there for him to sit.
So do you have a box now?
A box now.
You got a box now?
Get a box.
You know what, William? I just have to say, you know, every time I see you, you are always in a hat. And I say nobody wears a hat better than William Stanford Davis. And so we at the Sherri Show, we have a gift for you. So because you are so amazing. And this hat was designed, you can pull that out. This hat was designed by my makeup artist, Rodney John.
Oh my
God. Every time, look at this. Every time you wear this hat, I can take the box from you. Every time you wear this hat, I want you to know how much we love you over here at the Sherri Show. Ooh!
Oh, Sherri.
And William.
Oh, so nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I want to just say, I'm so proud of you because when you were out there grinding, I saw the work you put in. And it's so nice to see you every week on Abbott Elementary getting nominated and people seeing you, and what a great artist you are. I want to thank you for coming here.
Thank you for having me, Sherri.
Y'all, Abbott Elementary airs Wednesday nights on ABC and it streams the next day on Hulu. We'll be right back. William Stanford Davis. Now, I want to talk to you about Why Did I Get Married? Okay, that's one of my favorite films. Why Did I Get Married? You teased in an Instagram post about Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah.
Is there going to be a movie happening?
I don't think so. Everybody's doing different things. Janet's on tour, Jill's on tour. I got a few things going on. You know, Michael Jai and Tasha, everybody's got things going on. So Richard T is on a hit show, so timing would have to fall in place, and then everything else would have to fall in place.
Well, then why don't you do like a new cast and put in... I'm just saying.
Are you auditioning right now? Oh, that's where the sex scene is gonna be. I got it now.
There we go. I don't want to put seeds in your head, but I am planting seeds in your head I'm just saying, if you want to do
I'm not even gonna talk about the seeds you want. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. In the show. In the show, y'all.
In the show.
Hey, my wife is dead. My wife is dead. Which one of you killed my wife?
Your wife is dead. We know. Your Essence magazine cover broke the internet. I don't know if you've seen any of the comments. How does it feel to be a sex symbol?
Well, you know, I've known I was this sexy for a long time. I was waiting for the rest of the world to wake up. No, it's strange to me because I'm gonna keep it on, like, I'm a nerd, right? I don't even look at myself like that. I got crazy body dysmorphia. I'm like, fix this, change this, whatever, right? But I'm right now in an era where I'm intentionally learning to love myself and accept all of what's here.
Absolutely.
So I do, appreciate all the love and everything. Brother's working on himself, but, I be reading these comments. My mama see these comments. You know what I'm saying?
It's time to play Name That Star, and I'm here with Mimi from New Jersey. Hey, Mimi.
Hi,
Sherri. So, Mimi, I'm going to give you some clues about celebrities who've won Golden Globes, and you have 30 seconds to guess 3 correct. So we're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. Mimi, put your glasses on, and here we go. She didn't think she would ever win a Golden Globe, but she's always been more than enough.
Demi Moore.
All right, Demi Moore, yes. He's the kind of actor you trust in an ocean of heists. He's not just the king of ER. He's also considered one of the
George
sexiest.
Clooney.
George Clooney. She's written jokes that are famous. This mean girl mom made fetch happen. She's the boss of comedy. Just call her the 30 Rock star.
Amy Poehler? Tina Fey.
Tina Fey, yes. All right, Mimi, you can pull your glasses off. You have won 2 tickets to And Juliet on Broadway, the hit musical that uses iconic pop songs to reimagine a classic love story. And we'll be right back. Mimi!